One. Hi, everyone, and welcome. We are so excited that you are here with us for our final charity stream of our weekend supporting March of Dimes. We are going to be playing the Spy game with this incredible cast. I am literally so excited that they all said yes to playing. This is going to be such a fun game. First, I want to start by talking a little bit about who we're supporting today. It is the March of Dimes. And when you support March of Dimes, you are supporting parents throughout their pregnancies, helping to end preventable preterm birth, maternal health risks and death, and you are working to close the health equity gap for every family across the nation. So thank you all who have already donated. We are just under $1,800. That is absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for your generosity. When you donate, every $5 that you do donate, you will get a raffle into an entry to win some amazing prizes, including some art dice from Real Life Unicorn, a copy of Necrobiotic, a PDF copy of The Black Ballad upon release, a PDF copy of The Spy Game, which we're going to be playing here shortly, or a $100 gift card to Dispel Dice. Plus, you can actually affect the game with your donations. For every $10, you can gift a reroll. For every $25, you can gift an auto crit to players. Even Noir, I don't know how much I like that, but the words are coming out of my mouth, so it is what it is. Or you could even name the next NPC. So if you are able to, please donate. We have again, a really amazing cause that we are supporting today. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to our GM Noir.
Hey, that's me. First off, thank you all so much for agreeing to play with me. And when you donate to March of Dimes, you support parents throughout the pregnancies, help them end preventable maternal health risk and death, in preterm birth, and close the health equity gap for every family. And for every $5 you donate to March of Dimes, you'll be entered to win some amazing prizes. As Justice already stated, we just really want to make sure that we're supporting this cause because it is very worthy. Alright, so again, just so you're aware of what the prizes are, they're including some art dice from Real Life Unicorn, a copy of Necrobiotic, a PDF copy of The Black Ballad upon release, a PDF of the Spy Game, or a $100 gift card to Dispel Dice. Plus, you can give free rolls and auto crits to players, or even the next NPC. Real quick shout out to Modifius for giving us some Spy Game PDFs that we can give to all of you lovely people. That being said, super excited to play this, and we're gonna have character and player introductions handled in story. So with no further ado, let's begin. So the camera is zooming in on a dark room, and we see the back of a computer chair. We don't see the figure in the chair, but we do see his hands beginning to operate the keyboard. We hear a gruff voice coming from the chair going, "Well, the last batch didn't work. Let's see if we can find more competent odds this time." He clicks a button on the keyboard, and we see several surveillance frames open up on the screen of various figures going about their lives. You hear, "Begin Project Fallen Saint." The screen goes black, and it comes back red with one frame with one camera surveillance frame on the screen, and we see it zipping and zagging until finally it locks in on the face of an individual. And this individual will be Jacqueline. Jacqueline Russell, what do we see your character do?
Jacqueline is at home. What she does as her cover is she's like a wag dog watcher for the app. And so she's just like chilling at home. She's probably got like 10 dogs around her, just really trying to make the money, really trying to have as many dogs around her as possible.
Awesome. So we see Jacqueline just kind of relaxing with a bunch of dogs. Um, and from that moment, we can see in the surveillance figures uh, outside of the windows a few people on rappel cords looking at each other. And they go, your front door burst opens as a man armed to the teeth comes in with an assault rifle. Three others come out bashing through your window. The dogs are all at alert, all very concerned about what's happening. Please tell us, how do you dispatch your intruders?
I I get behind all the dogs and I take like a handful of kibble and I'll just throw it at the people that burst through my door and let all the dogs like run at them and then try and get away while they're distracted.
Awesome. And really quickly here, I just want to check in with my players. Am I sounding a little bit better?
Perfect.
Awesome. Okay, so you get behind your dogs, and I'm sorry, what was the last part of that?
I take like a handful of food and throw it at the intruders and then let the dogs all run at them while I try and make an escape.
All right, and so you just throw out handfuls of treats, and we see the dogs very much like a John Wick style just start devouring these guys. And you're able to just coolly walk out of the apartment. We see the frame switch from the shady figures surveillance to now an aerial drone footage of you walking away as though nothing even happened. And we hear the shady voice go, "We will acquire Jacqueline next." Please tell us what's your name, and just a little bit about who you're playing.
All right. My name. Oh, why did my camera go blurry? Sorry. My name
No
is
worries.
Jacqueline Russell, but my friends call me Woof. And I am a dog handler, have been for most of my life. I've spent all of my time around animals, so I'm not really good with people. But my background comes from running underground dog shows because I think pretentious dog shows are the cause of a lot of puppy mills, and I don't like that. So I started my own. It did lead down a dangerous path with the puppy mills, being blown up, not by me, but, somebody's got to plan some stuff.
Amazing. And with that, the frame goes from red to green, as he says, to acquire your character. Next, the shady figure goes, "We'll need more than just bite. We'll need some bark too." He presses a button, the surveillance screen changes, and we lock in on a face, the face of one snapperfish, which is what types on the bottom of the screen. Iffy, could you tell us where do we see snapperfish?
You see Snapperfish sitting at a front desk of an arcade, legs kicked up, kind of scrolling on his phone. As people come up and ask for coins and refill their credits so that they can keep playing the game, he nods to them, checking in, making sure everything's running fine. Then he starts to keep swiping, and he kind of winces. And when you look on his phone, you see that he's in the middle of trying to do a simple hack, funneling funds from different tech elites and then dispersing them to some of the people who are coming into this arcade who might not have as much as they need in their life. And he's just using RFID to just take funds from the rich, give to the poor. And he kind of shrugs as one failed and puts his phone down and decides to go stand up and play a little DDR.
And so with that, we see Snapperfish type in a few keystrokes, and then the surveillance camera goes black and turns on to what we see as a boardroom. And there is a meeting going. All right, so we're all agreed the merger will begin on Monday. We'll acquire our competitors. and then no one in the market can stop us. And we see a squirrely figure, tall and lanky, big Coke bottle glasses, walk over to the man who's heading this boardroom, and he whispers something in their ear. We just see this man stand up and go, "Which accounts?" And the squirrely man goes, all of them, sir." And the person at the head of the boardroom goes, "We have encountered an issue, and the merger will have to be postponed. Find me who did this." The surveillance camera goes black, and we see Snapperfish just killing it on Dance Dance Revolution, playing on heavy, as he's ruined a conglomerate's merger plans. The surveillance screen goes green as the order is given to acquire Snapperfish. Please go ahead and tell us a little bit about your character, their name, and then we'll keep going.
Yes, my character is Grant Williams, aka Snapperfish, a hacker who primarily wants to funnel funds from those who don't need it and who may have acquired those funds through unethical means, and give them to those who need it most, all while running his mildly successful arcade that imports games from Japan, so that mostly he gets the chance to play it.
Beautiful. And so that surveillance cam goes black, and we see another pop up, this time on the face of one Vaji. Vaji, where do we find your character right now?
London, England. There's a coronation happening. Vaji, aka Narcissum, is dressed to the nines, with like a full face, but like subtle. Like you don't want to like show up the actual royal family here. Shaking hands, bumping shoulders. We're at the coronation of King Charles, and Vaji is just walking around, meeting people, saying how great they all look, so on and so forth. Meanwhile, just kind of sometimes looking into a pocket, sometimes slipping something here or there. The feed kind of like fast forwards, because this is like all the boring stuff, to current time, where Vaji is currently at a cafe in Paris, just sipping on a nice coffee, reading the newspaper, A Nation in Mourning. And a scramble is to find the next monarch of England.
We see a gentleman dressed in military garb, walking up to you as you're just kind of relaxing, and goes, "I can't help but notice that I've heard word around town that you're whispering in all the right ears, saying all the right words. Nobody else might be suspicious of you but me. I've got my eye on you." How do you Oh, go ahead.
Well, can you be more specific? Which part of me do you have your eyes on?
That might work with everybody else, but me, I'm a soldier first. And this country is vulnerable, and when it's vulnerable, that is when it's my turn to honor my oath. He stares at you with these with a cold focused gaze.
I think I'm gonna like you. I like this thing you have going on. Let's get out of here. Where are we going?
He looks at you, stands and smirks, and then we fast forward, and we see both of you walking out of a bar laughing. He is very drunk, but it's clear that you still have your wits about you. And he goes, when I first saw you, I was ready to kill you, but you're not such a bad guy.
Hey, I try my best. And you know what? I really hope that, your wife gets better. And you know what? I think the world just needs more energy like yours. And Vaji puts like a hand on his back, and they're walking, and there's a silenced gunshot. And Vaji continues down the alleyway.
And the surveillance camera focuses on the fallen body of the soldier as you continue to walk away as though nothing happened. and your frame goes green. You hear the gruff voice goes, and the next. And a surveillance camera switches, and this time we see Hit Stun. Hit Stun, where do we find you?
I think in Vegas. I think you are seeing me at the end of a prize fight, in fact. It was definitely a little bit of a seedy place, but seedy in the way that people with money have. And you see me like sort of raise my hand over a defeated person, and just people are clamoring. Some people are asking for more. Some people are mad they lost on a bet. And I think you see me sort of just head down, walk back to my locker, where you see the room filled with people, some of whom have weapons, as I step in the door that closes behind me. And I think you hear someone talk about needing to collect the wins.
We do see a rather portly and large figure dressed in an elaborate garb. They're wearing like 6 feet. They're wearing like 6-inch tall heels, with like encrusted jewels all over them. A large beard and purple eyebrows, and they go, "You know, I thought I made it clear that we wanted you to fall in the second. It cost me a lot of money. And I've got to pay my debts, but before I do, I'm gonna take it out of you first." We see he has a bunch of his goons armed up, some of them doing the old catching of the fist and glaring at you. What do you say?
Sorry, just need to get a sip of water first. And I think you see her grab a big hydro flask and like take a long sip during that entire like threatening thing. And I think you see her throw it. And from the throw, I think the camera just cuts to the aftermath of the fight of her just kind of sitting bored, like cleaning herself up and just, I think, like kicking all of their weapons away. See, I don't really lose fights, so keep that in mind for next time. And then I think you see Hitstun making her way out of the room.
And as you walk out of the room, we just see the large fellow just fall over from multiple blows. And your frame boom, goes green. Finally, we have Jumping Jack. The surveillance camera focuses in on your face, and where do we find you?
I think you find me in a shop called like Spy Shop, and you just see me, my hand is like going over a rocket launcher, a flamethrower, there's a wingsuit that I'm looking at, and I say, Annette, can you wrap these up for me? I think that these would just be mighty fine. I actually just got my big paycheck, my first one off of my first job. I'm real excited. These look good in my arms, right? And you see me just like holding the rocket launcher in one arm and holding the flamethrower in another.
We see a figure kind of coming out of one of the back rooms. It sees you holding a rocket launcher and goes, "Oh, that looks like it fits ya. You'd be walking away with that then."
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's why I asked if you could wrap it up for me. That'd be real great.
Oh, of course. Let's see. Might I take it from you?
I mean, I'd prefer to keep it, but if you have to, yeah.
He takes it and dismantles it piece by piece and wraps each piece up in fine satin. He oils them up before he wraps it, and right as he's doing it, you hear a door kick open, and there are 2 masked figures. They're wearing their baklavas, and all you can see is their faces, and they've got both of them have 2 Uzis, and their hands are shaking a little bit, and they go, "All right, we're cleaning the place out."
Oh, you're gonna see me just do some back hand tuck springs, cartwheels, kick straight to the face of one guy, uppercut the other person in the face, and I'm gonna steal their wallets on the way out.
So as you uppercut one guy, it's that slow motion replayed 3 times anime hit. The Uzi goes flying in the air and you catch it.
Right then,
And-
can you rip this one up too for me?
Yeah. He just takes it, continues dismantling it, and we see you walk out with your new ill-gotten gains as though nothing was wrong. And the last thing we hear is the shopkeep, or is the man behind the counter go, "Did you really think that was a good idea?" Your frame, cling, goes green. And then from that moment, as you're all walking away in various parts of your life, all of your phones go off.
Yeah, I'll answer.
All right, and you will all get the same message, which is this.
Project Fallen Saint has been initiated. You have been selected. If you do not meet at the address that will follow in a text message, precisely when we say, you will lose an asset that you care about deeply. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you.
Following that is a text message with coordinates and a time, 6 p.m. sharp. Following that, you all get an individual text message of a picture of someone or something you care about deeply. I'm going to ask you each, what is this a picture of?
My knees. I'm a gymnast. They can't take those from me.
So you just get a picture of you walking with crosshairs on your knees.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is a photo of an intercepted shipment of Mobile Suit Gundam Arsenal base. I was finally able to secure 2 cabinets to be in the U.S. as they've only been in Japan, and I was real excited about it. And now something's happening to it.
I need Snapperfish to get a copy of Steel Battalion so bad. I need him to have Steel Battalion.
Not only do you see that the shipment's been intercepted, that you see a gloved hand with a letter opener just hovering over the plastic.
Don't you open it. Don't you dare try and take some of those exclusive cards.
Oh, all right. Hitstun, what's your text message picture?
It is a picture of Hitstun's wife, actually. She like moonlights as a prize fighter now, but she's mostly retired and enjoys a pretty quiet life living in like I think a nice southern home with her wife. They like settled down south.
Oh, I feel so bad.
Look, one last job. It's fine. I'll be fine.
Vaji, what is your text message picture?
Baji's mom.
Oh.
She's also royalty, but she was the only other person who treated our serving staff as well as I tried to. So the picture is actually her having dinner with some staff, and she's smiling and laughing at them, but it's down the barrel of a gun.
Ooh. And finally, Jacqueline, what's your picture?
Probably my partner in crime, the person that's been there with me from the beginning, just my best friend.
Oh, is it Fetch?
No, it's another human.
Okay, I was
Fetch
so
is with
worried.
me.
Okay, and so you get a picture of your dear friend in the crosshairs, and then the pictures vanish from your phones. The coordinates and the time remain. The phone number, if anybody tries to call it, leads to a dead line. you have just about a day to prepare to meet at this meeting spot. So, what would you like to do?
I think. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go for it.
So mine's short and simple. Codename Narcissum picks up the phone and calls home. Hasn't called home in years, probably.
And the person that picks up is your mother's basically assistant. They go by the name Blake. And Blake picks up. Hello?
Miss Blake, I realize the time zones are all. This is Vaji. Can you just let my mom know? I love her a lot. And then just hangs up. Takes the phone, breaks it in half, pulls out another phone, and calls up a flight agency.
And flight agency picks up. Welcome to Clear Skies Flight Agency.
Yes. 6 p.m. I need to be at this location at this time. Make it happen. Thank you.
Oh, Vaji, of course, priority. You are, of course, a platinum priority client. We will have that set up for you right away.
I'll be at the airport in an hour.
All right.
Snaps that phone, pulls it up. No.
Just a jacket full of phones. I love it. Perfect. And so we go from your scene, and the camera zips on over to Snapperfish. What would you like to do?
Oh, Snapperfish is just sitting in a lift, taking a ride to wherever the coordinates lay, just sitting silently, watching the cityscape fly by.
So, the Uber drops you off at an abandoned warehouse. You've gotten there really early, so you're able to scout the place out if you would like.
No, he just walks in. He sticks his hand into his jacket and pulls out some gum and starts chewing it and walks right into the building.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Ooh.
This is going to be DC 20.
All right. Get my... Yes, come here, buddy. Oh, yeah, you love me, don't you? Okay. That is going to be 6 with let me see. So 13.
13 total. So you walk in and you're just vibing. You look around and this looks like a old warehouse, very old. From what you can kind of see, it looks like it was built around the 50s, 60s. So there isn't any foundation for the stuff that you're into, like you're hacking. You don't see any obvious Ethernet cords. You don't see any obvious cameras, anything to that like. So this looks to be a dead zone for the most part. You check your phone, and you do see that you get no signal while you're here.
Cool. All right, time for plan B, and pulls out my pistol.
I love it. Next, let's go to Hitstun. Hitstun, you got about a day before the meet. What do you do?
I think you see Hitsun go like home to check. Is her wife there?
You open the door, and the first thing you hear is, "How did the fight go?"
It went pretty good, but I did get invited to another invitational that I have to go head out for tomorrow. So, of course, like, let's have dinner and everything tonight, and then we'll plan.
She
and
walks up. She walks up to you with a tray of just delicious stew, and in the tray there's your favorite drink, a sewing kit basically rubbing alcohol and just all sorts of medical stuff. And she goes, "You're talking to me as if this is the first rodeo, and I wasn't talking about the fight that you agreed to. I was talking about the fight after."
Yeah, I just hate having to bring work home with me. It's should be fine. Fair warning, they might be trying to threaten you. The bunker, it's fine. But I'm gonna probably be ready to head out in the morning, so let's still have a nice night.
He goes, "Oh no, I'm being threatened." And with that, there is like immediately like a sharp pain as there is just cotton and alcohol on one of the few cuts that you have. And she goes, "Well, baby, don't hurt him too bad."
I will.
Tell us.
What was her name again? That was so cute.
Let me give my wife and Tanya. Her name
I
is
was just
Tanya.
gonna ask you. Please tell us what she looks like and her name.
I mean, they are both
Okay.
relatively like in their early 40s, black butch women. They are, I think Tanya's hair is like in some like locks, while Hitstun's is mostly in a fade. But they are also like they've done that thing where you start getting comfortable, where you start putting on a little bit of weight, so they just look like cozy and very coupley. And it's only when like Hitstun flexed, you can see that she's still like a machine built to hurt people. But yeah, I think their house is like a modest little like southern home with like a dog, and it's so unassuming to anyone else.
And as she hands you the soup or the stew, she says what she always says when she cooks for you. "All right, baby, it's time to make weight." And now we pass it on over to Jacqueline. What are you doing with your day of prep?
I have to send that emergency mass text to everyone I was watching dogs for them to come pick up there. So it's a lot of that, dealing with people. And then I pack like 2 things for myself and then pack like 4 bags for Fetch.
Fetch is just watching you, making sure all their favorite treats are included. I think you guys have a bit where like you start to close the last suitcase, leaving out Fetch's favorite treat, and they trot on over to the kitchen with the treat in their mouth, drop it at your feet, and whine.
Exactly. She knows exactly what this means. She's seen the bags before, so she's just gonna be ready to go as well.
All right. And with that, we just see you and Fetch packed up, geared up, and ready to head towards the meet.
We
And
have a lot of matching equipment.
Oh, please tell us what Jacqueline and Fetch look like. I'm so
Fetch is
sorry,
a-
I've been skipping that, guys. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Fetch is a Belgian Malinois, if anybody knows. It's kind of like a better German Shepherd. So she's just super smart, super fluffy, very shiny coat, very well taken care of. And just to make it easier, Jacqueline looks like me.
Awesome. Oh, Belgian Malinois, they're so cute. I did not know what they look like. Awesome. I love it. Finally. And also, does Fetch have any armor on?
Yes. We both have like padded armor and stuff that we'll wear.
Awesome. And finally, Jumping Jack. Where do we see you, or what do we see you doing as you're preparing to go to the meet?
So you see me holed up in my little dorm room. I've got 2 monitors up. On one monitor, I'm like searching for the cheapest flights between like Spirit and Southwest and Frontier. I will push this plane if I need to. I've got a gig to get
Not
to.
Spirit.
On the second monitor, I'm going back and forth between emailing all of my professors saying, "My grandma just died. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna miss tomorrow's class. I might not be in the day after that." And I'm like photoshopping an obituary for my fake grandma. Just, you know, you got to make it seem legit, just in case somebody asks. Yeah, I'm just trying to make it seem like somebody in my family died, and I've got to be away for a little bit because I don't know how long this is gonna last.
Awesome. And so with that, you're all making your way over to this warehouse except for Snapperfish, who is already there. And I am going to have all of you just roll me a d20 to see the order in which we all arrive.
A cool 14.
A not cool 7.
And in between cool 13.
16. I think it's the
Alright.
coolest.
18. Pretty dang cool.
So
You were already there.
So Snapperfish, the door opens and you see Hitstun.
Hey, so you're who I'm working with?
Tell me where my cabinets are, and nobody gets hurt. It's very simple.
I mean, I haven't redone my cabinets in a few years. I am thinking about that, but
We're doing the old jokester bit, huh? Don't know what we're talking about, and then what you want? How much you want for it? I'll give you the money, whatever. Just don't keep that knife away from the plastic. It's brand spanking new. I need those cards.
hey, are you new at this?
And Jacqueline, that's what you hear as you walk in and you see this confrontation happening.
Ah, it must be you then. Where's my cabinet? Where you got it hidden? I don't want to hear no jokes, no goofs, no gags. I want to know where you got my Gundam. Where you got it?
A
Arsenal, please.
Gundam?
Here we go again. Here we go again. Okay. How much y'all want? I guess since y'all splitting it, you want more. How much you want?
Once again, I'm gonna tell you, I don't think it's anyone here. We might be getting a briefing. If you got the
Oh.
same message I got,
Oh, so
I think we all got a message.
So y'all are also arcade owners. What cabinet they got under a knife, huh? What they got under a knife for y'all? Let's we
my
can work on
wife
something.
is the thing that they have under a knife. So
Oh, you got one of the idle games. That's really
Oh my
Those are
god.
hot.
Vachi, this is what you hear as you walk in.
Vaji walks in wearing those Louis Vuittons, just like clack, clack, clack in here, open shirt. She's like just like serving. She has like done her makeup like on the plane, which never comes out the best way because planes suck to do that on. But she has definitely like done that whole take a whole bunch of caffeine pills because I'm jet lagged as hell. And
Yeah.
Raji just looks like pretty much done with this already. Like we're coming out of the gate like pretty onery.
I love it. And finally, following on the heels of Vaji, we have Jumping Jack.
You see me look very defeated. Now, do any of you know how to, like, get in contact with Spirit Airlines? They lost my luggage, and they said that they might not be here for another 3 weeks, but I hope I'm not here for 3 weeks. I've got
That's too
places
real.
to get back to. Nobody?
you flew here using Spirit?
Spirit? What is the caliber of what's going on here? What is... Okay. I assume none of us are in charge of this right now. None of you are who I'm looking for.
No.
I could be who you're looking for if you... I'm gonna, like, try to make myself look nicer and more presentable.
Oh. But you took Spirit Airlines, and that is a... I don't want to say that's a nail in the coffin, but let's get a couple of drinks first. Is there a bar around here?
Everybody make me a perception check, please. And Snapperfish, you can make another one.
Oh, this one was worse than the first.
Oh.
9
I rolled a
plus
nat
8.
20.
Oh!
Oh.
I may be young and stupid, but at least I'm perceptive. Damn.
I got a
25.
10.
A 10. Awesome.
17.
17. And Jacqueline, what'd you get?
25.
Holy crap!
I rolled a
Alright.
19, so.
All
good
right.
jacks.
So for everybody that beat 20, you do see that there are a number of boxes just kind of strewn about on the floor. But you notice that one of the boxes is under it. There is a line on the ground that it's covering up, almost as if it is hiding a hidden entrance under the floor.
I'm going to walk right past Baji, push one of the boxes, and open up the door.
All right, and so there is a cellar area, and there are these two cellar doors, and they are padlocked together. You can either attempt to pick the lock, you can shoot the lock off. What would you like to do?
Can any of y'all pick locks?
Well, you flew Spirit Airlines, so I assumed you'd be some kind of rabble rouser yourself. But no, I cannot.
You know
Also,
what?
if they
You're
were
feisty.
You don't know the half of it. But it looks like this is some kind of test padlocks, though. This is disgusting, to be quite honest. Can anyone deal with this, please?
I might be able to mess around and open it. I'm a little rusty, but yeah, I have a thieves kit, so I'll try to pick a lock.
Okay, so this is going to be a sleight of hand check, DC 22.
Ooh boy, let's see if I got that dog in me. You know what? I'm gonna reroll. I'm gonna use my reroll before I forget
Okay,
it exists.
we all have one free reroll at the moment, and if you would like to help our heroes here, you can always donate to give them more help, or if you want them to suffer, you can donate so that I can get a little.
Heroes is very presumptuous, I think, in this particular game.
That's true.
The protagonist. I got a 24.
Awesome. And so it takes some doing. At first, it doesn't work, and it's being stubborn. But you take a deep breath, you focus, and then click, and you open it up, and there are stairs leading into a pitch black basement chamber of this warehouse.
Well done. And what was your name again, if you don't mind me asking?
It hits done. I've been doing this for a while, so
It's done. Wait, Hit's done on Instagram?
I mean, yeah, the branding says I have to like advertise my fights a little, but it's not a big deal.
Let's not make this a big thing, but Vaji pulls out the phone, just kind of looks through and starts scrolling through, and like you can't see, but like clearly is on your page. Okay, and you get a whole bunch of notifications, like a whole bunch of likes.
Oh my! I appreciate the energy. Yeah, who wants to go first down the mystery stairs?
Could send Fetch to sniff it out for us.
Okay, so I'm gonna have Fetch go ahead and make me a. This will be a
perception check that relies on hearing or smell.
Yes. So go ahead,
Yay!
get your advantage.
Awesome. And I'll just like point down the hallway and say scent, so she knows that she's like sniffing. Oh yay. 18.
All right. So just with a very, very confident, just goes down there, and as soon as they go down the last step, like floodlights start going off, lighting the chamber, and you hear the scuttering of feet coming from Fetch. And then about maybe 2 minutes later, Fetch comes back up the stairs, tail wagging.
All right, we're good.
I'd like to assess the size of this area to see if a something, let's just say, the size of a Mobile Suit Gundam Arsenal base arcade cabinet would be able to move down a hallway like this? Is there enough?
I will give you a survival check, in fact, for this.
Okay. Let's see.
Survival, because it's do or die. Like,
Yeah.
this is it.
All right. Well,
This is only going to be a DC 12 for you.
okay. Let me see. What's the modifier for survival again?
Wisdom.
Oh, cool. Then that is definitely going to be a 13.
You have worked at your arcade for some time,
Yeah.
and you can see the bay doors of this warehouse. A truck has been here at some point recently, and the scuff marks going towards the bay doors. Listen, you know when a cabinet has come and been moved. A cabinet was here at some point and was moved at some point.
I briskly walk down that hall. I'm ahead of everyone now.
And when you walk in the hall, you just see monitors on all four walls, or all three. No, well, no. Yeah, all three walls. And right in the middle of this basement chamber, there is a glass cube with a individual who's clearly been wounded. And a bed, and just food and slop for food and water at the bed. And he gets up. He is a 6'2" white man with long gray hair and long gray beard. He is holding his side, and he sees you come in. He goes, "At least it's almost over."
Yeah, you damn right it is. Go ahead and give me some answers. I need them.
Do the rest of you follow?
Reluctantly.
Yes.
I really want to know what a Gundam is, so yeah.
All right, so if you all follow, he gets up and he goes, "Well, you're the new batch. I have to give you your instructions and then I get to die, so let's just get this over with."
What do you want with me and 4 other arcade owners? What's your deal?
Arcade?
You think I own an arcade?
Yeah, you seem like you own a fancy one too. You looking real snackish.
This is adorable, but also very insulting, but kind of adorable.
Oh, bless you. You think
Yes.
I have money?
Spirit Airlines is right.
Okay, now let's not make this a thing for the next however long we have to spend together. Come on now.
It's great that you think you can control that.
Listen, I don't have a lot of time here, so let me just get this out of the way so they can do whatever they're gonna do. If you're here, that means at some point you stole the Lazarus program. Well, what we didn't know is in the monitors, when he says Lazarus program, it shows a USB drive, and it gives the following details on what the Lazarus drive is. The Lazarus drive is a program that, once initiated, can and does erase the identity of an individual from every database in the world, establishes a new identity for them, and gives them a stipend of $50,000 for the rest of their lives. And that is something that all of you have stolen at one point. The man in the cube goes on to explain, "What we didn't know is that it erases your name from every database except one. The Fallen Saint program. Only the very best can steal the Lazarus protocol, and so they, and I don't quite know who they are, have access to some of the best thieves, hackers, and diplomats across the world. Well, now they're using it. The only way that they can find the rest of the fallen saints is by going to the place that developed the Lazarus Drive in the first place. And the other monitor shows a fortified lab underneath a bank. He goes on to say, the only way to access the home of the Lazarus Protocol is to steal a car. Is to steal a car from one of the CEOs of the International Central Bank, which isn't easy, as you can tell. He points to his wound. Once you steal a car from a International Central Bank worker, you can then get into the garage of the Lazarus Protocol lab. From there, it'll take some doing, but if you get to the server room, you'll be able to remove yourself from the Fallen Saint program. And the people who have initiated this demand that you bring back Lazarus Protocol 2.0. This is the mission that they gave you, and my last responsibility was to tell you about it. So I did my part. Do whatever happens next. And you see on the third monitor a drone that has a quaint little house in its crosshairs disengages, and a voice comes over the loudspeaker and goes,
You fulfilled your last duty. Your family will be safe. Thank you so much for your service, Mr. Williams.
and you hear as the cube prison begins to fill up with gas, and you hear ah! And then he falls dead.
Yeah, so I think we aren't arcade owners.
Okay, I got different problems now. So, okay, so in the end, my game's gonna be safe, but I'm gonna die. I mean, who's gonna install it like that? Like this doesn't work. Who? Also, that's not enough information, right? Did y'all figure that out? Did y'all decipher that?
Look, I think when it comes down to it, what's the word? We're fucked. But there's only one way out of this. We can either follow what this person, I already forgot his name, said, or we don't, and it sounds like you lose something very precious to you, some kind of toy, and then I lose something very precious to me. So it sounds like we need to work together, otherwise we're all fucked.
Well, if we're gonna work together, I'm gonna need you to take that sauce out of some kind of toy. We all got different things that are precious to us, and I'm sure they're all equal. I'm sure everything that we have at stake here is on equal grounds.
One of the monitors flickers, and it shows you, essentially, it shows the picture that you all got of the very important thing. You all see a family friend, a wife, a mother, kneecaps, and a Gundam cabinet. And then under that, it goes, this is the route for the, it writes out, this is the route for the ICB, International Central Bank, deposit route. You will need to either steal the car before the deposit happens by going to one of their fortified holding areas, or you can try to steal the car while it's en route to the bank.
Yeah. Okay. So before we head to the bank, I'm man enough to admit that I might have been a little bit wrong. A little bit. But I'll make sure all our people and cabinets. Make it back home safe. I got the tech.
I think we're gonna need that. Now, this ICB, I'm familiar with some of its inner workings and whatnot. This is not an easy task at all, as per Man with Face said before dying. I think we need to assess what skills we have so we can determine whether or not we need the car en route before it departs or maybe after it arrives. Now, myself, I'm what you call a smile, a wink. But I don't do this whole guns and gas and this ugliness. But if we need me to cut in, I have methods. You seem to have the technology under play. Hit stun, I've seen your Instagram, so obviously you can break someone's face in fractions of a second. The rest of you.
I can steal just about anything off of anybody and make it look like an accident. This is also going to be just like my second big gig. So
Don't admit to that.
well,
I mean, your first job was the Lazarus Project, so
Yeah,
you
I mean,
must be pretty
look,
good.
I stole off of Mr. Big Bones, and he said, you know what? They're the one. They're going to be the next big spy. And I know that I haven't been on Spy Magazine yet, but I have been on Gymnastics Weekly, and, you know, I think that I'm going to make y'all proud. Mm-hmm. Nothing? Okay, I'll read the room. I'm gonna go and text Spirit, or maybe I'm gonna call them again. I just got a rocket launcher and it is gone. Should I have taken it onto the plane? No. But I did bat my eyes and say, sir, this is a cosplay rocket launcher. I am going to a convention. And he did believe me. So, hey, I've got that going for me. Anyway.
Remind me yeah, let me give you like a little email doc of like the things to do and not to do when traveling with weapons. That'll help you a lot.
That would be so appreciated. Thank you so much. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'll send you that in a little bit.
I'll say, Snapperfish, you do realize that while you're in this room, you do have service now.
Yeah. And I take that opportunity to step forward and reach into my pocket, pull out some glasses and go, yeah, y'all might think I'm some arcade owner, but in actuality, I'm Snapperfish.
I'm gonna take my phone away and say, did you just say that you're the Snapperfish?
Yes, that's more of the reaction I was looking for. Yes, I'm the Snapperfish, acclaimed hacker, the guy who's the reason your most hated CEOs are broke right now. That's me. So
I turn back to face my phone and I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is, but you know, sometimes you just gotta make people think good about themselves.
So y'all should be more like that person right over there who knows who I am. Because...
Well, Snapperfish, if I can connect these dots, I believe you stole 25 billion baht from my family. And I would love to shake your hand. Well done.
Oh, okay. yeah. Well, thank you so much. I thought that was going to go a lot differently. I'm going to open my laptop and see if I can find out where this feed's coming from. Because I would love to make sure we don't die after we finish this.
Good idea. Let me make some phone calls to ICB. Is in Are we going to Germany or like where are we going?
This is happening in Berlin.
Yeah. Okay. So Narcissum says I'll make some phone calls. I'll arrange the flights and the logistics and what have you. And I'm sure I could find. Well, depending on what our plan is, if I need to find like some kind of snafu on the road, I could probably make that happen.
Yeah.
Or distractions, or I don't know, champagne, whatever. Leave me some notes.
Awesome. So you're working on trying to create a diversion on the highway?
I don't know yet, to be honest. Out of character, what do y'all think? Like, I feel like on the road, like trying to hijack a car with Snapperfish like being tech, we could probably make something happen. But the thieving and the fighting and things like that leads me to like, is it better to just take a car while it's parked and just like eliminate people like who are in the way, who don't want that to happen?
I'm liking that. It gives everyone a chance to like really flex their muscles too.
Mm-hmm.
So we're taking the car while it's on the way?
So do we know where the car is leaving from? Can we take the car before it even departs?
So yeah, it does. The cars are leaving from a holding area. You are aware that it is heavily fortified. In fact, on the screen, there's kind of like blueprints of the holding area. They have a regiment of at least 40 armed guards. And when the deposit leaves, the car that you need is part of an escort. So an escort has one money truck, like a heavily armored money truck, and 2 heavily modified sedans. You're gonna need to take one of the sedans because they have the chip in it that gives them access to the garage that you need to break into.
Gotcha.
Now, if you're trying to do some hacking to see where this feed is coming from you, I just need. Give me just a second. You are going to need to roll me a computers check.
Computers? Infotech?
Infotech, correct.
We do that. We get that. We get that. Okay, that's not bad.
What do we get?
I'm trying to get the sorry, I make a lot of noise with my mouth. I'm trying to get the modifier, but I rolled a 15.
Oh, the modifier for this, I do believe, let me double check here. I'm pulling it up. Double checking. For Infotech, I do believe that's going to be intelligence.
Ooh, perfect. Then that's going to be 25.
Oh boy.
Damn.
Okay, so with Infotech, with this roll, the first thing that you're able to decipher is that there is another programmer actively working against you. However, so let me go ahead and give their roll. Oh, it's not even close. So you're able to see that another user is working against you. They are trying to hide files, mainly administrative files, but you're able to procure a file before that. Let's see. I'm gonna have you go high or low. Go ahead and pick for me.
I'm going to say high.
All right. And so you're able to see that this feed is coming from the United States. You're able to narrow it down that it is coming from Washington. You're just about to get the exact address when you realize that they have shut down the system. But from there, you're able to get the bio on one member here. Who would you like to get the bio on?
Ooh. I think I'm going to get a viral bio on this hit stunt person who stands before me. I gotta get the secret. I gotta get the details, the facts, the juice.
Gotta get the sauce. So,
Yeah.
Hitstun, what are 2 facts about Hitstun that Hitstun would not want anyone to know about?
Her name is Layla Jackson. That is her legal name.
Mm-hmm.
And um, I think the other fact is she does compete at Evo. Like she her name Hitsun is also because she's a fighting game player. She's a semi amateur fighting game player. So like it's another avenue to know who she is.
Awesome. I love it. So you find out that this feed is coming from Washington. You're all currently in Berlin. And you find out some facts about Hitstun, but other than that, the feed shuts down. What would the rest of you like to do?
I'm gonna end my call with Spirit Airline. Very frustrated. They don't know where my luggage is. It could be, on its way to Berlin or Australia. Maybe it's in Kansas. They have no idea. So I'm gonna walk back over, and I am just going to look around and kind of listen, because I don't know what the fuck is going on. This is way out of my league.
All right. Okay.
I think I like look at Jacqueline. So does your dog like do anything like super cool, or is it just like because I love dogs. I'm just curious. Is it like a
Oh yeah, do you want to see?
that sounds like you're going to attack me, but besides that, sure.
So I'll take out a treat so she knows we're about to do some work. And we do the thing where she starts like dancing around my feet and we're like doing a choreographed dance and it's
Aw.
really cute. And then I point to Hitsun and I say, "Get him." And she starts charging at you full speed. Like she's about to attack you. And then right before she gets to you, I say, "Whoa." And she stops and she lays down. And I say, "Yeah, so that's what we do."
Okay, no, I'm impressed. That's terrifying and adorable. Good job.
After Fetch does that, Fetch barks, walks over to one of the panels on the screen that has gone black ever since the drone footage that was over Mr. Williams' house went off, and she boops her snoot to the wall.
She's always been better than me at computers, so if one of y'all want to check out the monitor that she's near. Whoever's good with computers here, not me.
Our hacker might have an affinity, but who's to say?
Yeah, you seem to do all right. Maybe you can use it to find your Gundam.
And with that, when she boops her snoot to the wall, you can see a pretty well camouflaged cable that she's pointing to. And it leads up to what appears to be a panel that is embedded in the wall next to the screen.
Yeah, I know. Vaji's like on the phone, but also like kind of like falling around. Like dogs attract attention. Dogs are great. That panel, like what's going on here? Is like buttons. We got like a touch screen.
It just appears to be a piece of glass. But you've seen these before. That's where people put their handprint.
Well, obviously it's not going to work for me. I don't even know what this place is, but if anyone wants to try to manipulate some kind of biometric scanner here, also I'm still on hold, so this is just unacceptable.
Yeah,
I have
no,
a
it's all.
fingerprint kit.
No, we don't need kits when you got a hacker. And so I try and plug my laptop in it, and it's like this is like the Al-Johnny Vinyasa system that they used in Iron-Blooded Orphans, except instead of going into my spine, I'm actually just going into the port here.
And it doesn't take you long for you to kind of get into the code of it, and you see Authorized user, Jumping Jack. Authorized user, Vaji. Authorized user, Snapperfish. Authorized user, Hitstud. Authorized user, Jacqueline Russell.
Oh. Go for it.
So we could have just put our hands. It would have worked.
I almost did.
Okay, but it's better to be safe than sorry. We don't want the government just getting our fingerprints for free. This wasn't in vain.
And in this way, everybody gets to see how amazing your work is, firsthand.
Yeah, yes, that you knew about. Up here, put your
I give you a big old high five and say, "Really, you're just the talk of the town at the local hacking club back at my college. Really, really love you at the university."
Oh, what college you go to?
Alabama? Does that sound about right?
Roll Tide.
Nice.
Yeah. Hack the Tide. Though I know those guys. They're deep. They got gumption. So it's good that they're talking about me over there.
Yeah, I mean, for the past couple of years, they've been asking actually if we could get you to come out to Hack the Tide, but we all know that you're really busy.
I'll be out there next week.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I'll tell
Incredible.
them you asked.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Oh wow. Real cool.
Does anybody press the panel?
I'm gonna put my hand on it.
A green outline goes over your hand, and then the wall opens up. And inside you see an armory. There are a number of pistols, assault rifles, body armor, grenades.
Would you say that there is a rocket launcher, flamethrower, disguise kit, wingsuit, and grapple gun?
You know what? That's all in there. What?
Wow. You see my eyes just like light up, and I just go and grab them, and again, just one in each arm. And I'm gonna turn around towards the group and say, now these are just so fun. This is actually what Spirit Airline has for me. Maybe I should cancel my flight back with them so I can take these puppies home.
You can actually see in the armory is the duffel bag with your luggage tag on it.
Oh my god. Y'all see a purple cheetah print bag that just has all sorts of weird shapes and sizes in it. My eyes, again, are going to light up. I'm not going to drop the rocket launcher and flamethrower. I'm not that silly, but I am going to very quickly put them down and rush over to my bag.
So, all the gear that you've all purchased is in this room. And when you go outside, if you purchased a vehicle of some sort, it will be waiting for you out there.
Nice. So I'm formulating a plan here. I don't want to name us. That's too much work. So I'm still on hold, but I'm pretty sure that they're buying that I am a Chinese dignitary.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking I'd like to make a very large deposit that's going to require an escort. Now, of course, I won't be the escort we're most interested in, but at least we could probably make something happen. Get on the road with them and not cause too many alarms to raise. Little bit of a espionage, as it were. So I think we can at least get close to the car. That might be the opportunity to strike.
Now, as a face, I do believe you do get contacts.
Yeah, so I have
areas.
cover identities. So one of my identities I'm gonna say is like a Mandarin billionaire. Chinese billionaire. I made my money off of very exploitative mobile games.
I hate you.
And
I'm
I've
sorry.
Yeah, I've reinvested that in money into just exploitative mobile games. That's how I made my fortune on that identity. 12 cent, 11 cent, just one better.
All right, so are you going to give your contact a call to try and set something up?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to access my my contacts under this false identity to try to get an entourage scheduled to go to ICB at roughly the same time. And of course, because I'm so famous, I'm gonna need like an entourage, not like several like armored cars, but enough that we have a little bit of a leeway here.
All right, I am going to ask you to make me a persuasion check,
Oh, let's do that.
and then we'll play out the results in a call.
That's a dirty 20. I'm going to. I get +9 on this. I'm gonna re-roll that. I feel like I can do better.
All
I feel like I
right.
can do even better.
And if you would like to continue giving our protagonist more opportunities to turn the to turn or hack the tide, please feel free to donate. The money's going towards an amazing cause, and you can have a direct effect on our story. So let's go ahead and see what we got with that reroll.
And with that being said, I just want to say a shout out to our latest donor who got us to our $2,000 fundraising goal.
Woo!
Thank you all so much for your generosity. That is amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you can still donate, please do. Every dollar goes to an amazing cause with March of Dimes. So thank you.
I think we could hit. I think we could hit 2,500. What do y'all think?
I believe it in my heart of hearts. Until then, though, I do have a 21, so not much better, but hey, it's better.
Okay, and so you get on the line, and thank you for calling. Who is? Thank you for calling. Who is this?
Oh my God! So, you probably can't tell, but this is Mr. Hong. I'm the CEO of 11 Cent. So, this is wild. Our biggest Mario fart game just hit 100 million users in 1 month. I know it sounds fake and like that couldn't possibly happen, but here we are. Anyways, huge cash flow. I need to make a really big deposit, and it turns out that a lot of it's in crypto. So I'm gonna have to actually, bring in a whole bunch of laptops and computers. I need to make a deposit of ICB. It has to happen tomorrow, and I need actually several cars to make that. Can you make that happen for me? Those cars are carrying a lot of computers that are extremely fragile and very environmental sensitive. Like this can happen, right?
A request like this would have to be approved by Mr. Zhao himself. I can see if he'll take the call. Who did you say this was again?
This is Mr. Hong. I'm the CEO of 11 Cent.
CEO of 11 Cent. All right, one moment.
Absolutely unbelievable, these people. You do all this exploitative work and they treat you like garbage on the phone.
This is Director Zhao. 11 Cent, you said.
Yes, Mr. Zhao. First of all, I'm a huge fan of yours. I think what you've done with the oil in the Middle East is truly astounding. You have created so much revenue for really not that much money. Your ROI is truly something to be written about in the books. Anyways, I need your help. And I know you're a very, very busy person, but I have, when converted, a couple $1 billion worth of crypto that I need to bring to ICB to use their network to convert to real dollars and gold. Of course, you would be compensated, but I need... Sorry, go on. You understand. Of course, you understand what's going on here.
Yes, I expect if I make this happen for you, a few shares of 11 Cent will find their way to my docket.
I believe you do have a couple of shares under a different company, but I would love to give you legitimate shares. What say, 10% of the company?
The escort will arrive in 4 hours. That's the best I can do on short notice.
4 hours. Well, I think I'm going to have to cancel one of my WoW raids, but you know what? I think this sounds really, really great. And Mr. Zhao, again, big fan of yours. Thank you. Your generosity truly knows no bounds.
Right. I'll have my assistant reach out to you for the particulars.
Absolutely,
Always
absolutely.
A pleasure doing business with you.
You as well. You take care. Bye-bye now.
And with that, you get a text from the assistant asking for the address of where to send this escort.
Okay, it's done. We have to leave in 4 hours. Make your preparations. I'm gonna change my shoes.
Now, this is going to be perfectly in line with. There are 2 deposits that the bank get, one in the morning and one in the evening. This is just in time for the evening deposit.
Okay.
That said, security is tighter in the evening.
Ooh, tighter in the evening. Okay. Good thing we have a whole bunch of professionals here.
Yeah, we got this.
All right. And so you have a little bit of time before your escort gets there. I do believe we have some vehicles waiting as well. Remind me who purchased the vehicle?
I got a motorcycle.
All right.
I told you that I was going to buy some really silly stuff, and I spent $35,000 on a speedboat, which is why I needed to fly with Spirit Airline.
Awesome. Cool.
I too have a motorcycle as well.
So when you come back up, there will be 2 motorcycles waiting. And Jumping Jack, you do get a text that your speedboat has been docked at a local dock around the area and is ready for you whenever you should need it. What would you all like to do? You have a little bit more time to prepare.
You can go first.
Oh no, I'm just that's great. I am doing inventory of all my gadgets and laptops, but I'm doing so right next to Hitstun. And I kind of just offhandedly go, wow, some people here acting like they don't know what cabinets are. Meanwhile, competing. Evo, Evolution Evo. Anyway,
it's not a big deal.
Evo Evolution. Out here.
Do you also have you also been at Evo? Did I beat you in pools or something? Why?
No, I would never. I'm sorry. I stick strictly to mechs until they have a section on the late Gundam fighting game, or if we go X Maxibus, then we can talk there.
Yeah.
But no, I'll be just in my arcade watching a few pros come in. Justin Wong's dip by, and anytime IDOM comes from New York, definitely stops by. I knew about the Armored Core game before it was even announced. They sent me a little tidbit.
I'm
right
glad you're
in the-
such a hobbyist.
And right in the middle of this conversation, you hear the sound of glass breaking as armed goons are on the rafters on the second floor of this warehouse with guns pointed at all of you, and they go, "Freeze!" And that is where we're going to take our first break.
So
All
it was
right.
it was really nice of them to let you have that conversation about Evo. That's very considerate of these hired goons.
Well, there's a special behind the scenes. You see one of the Rapplers go, "All right, 3, 2, wait. They talk about Evo." That is the person that beat me attacking. Oh, it's personal now. 2-1, and then that's what. Where we take our break. Thank you all so much for your donations. I hope that we keep them coming. We've hit goal, but that doesn't mean that this trade should stop. I firmly believe that we can do 2,500. Again, it's for an amazing cause, and we're gonna go off and do Be Human for a little bit, and we'll come back in just a bit.
Right. Hi everyone and welcome back. We are so excited that y'all are choosing to spend some of your Sunday with us as we continue raising money for March of Dimes. I want to give a super big shout out to everyone who has donated so far, shared out the stream, who's been watching the streams. We recently hit our $2,000 goal, but we know that we can raise some more. Again, when you support March of Dimes, you are supporting parents throughout their pregnancies, helping to end preventable maternal health risks and death, end preventable preterm birth, and close the health equity gap for every family across the nation. For every $5 that you donate to March of Dimes, there are some amazing prizes that you can win, including the Spy Game, which is actually what we're playing right now. For every $10 you donate, you could gift a reroll. For every $25 you give, you could gift an auto crit, or you could even name the next NPC. I think, let me see. I don't think we've seen him yet, but we do have an NPC that was named via donation, Mr. J. Washington. They're coming up, don't you worry. We appreciate that donation. So with all that being said, I'm going to thank y'all one more time. And I'm going to hand it over to Noir so they can continue taking us on this amazing journey.
Awesome. And so, when we last left off after a very heated discussion of the fighting game tournament, Evo Evolution, a squad of armed guards broke into the warehouse with their guns trained on our protagonist. Before we get into any sort of initiative, I would love to know how each character reacts to the sound of synchronized glass breaking and seeing these men train their guns on you.
I think Narcissum kind of looks up, the glass shatters, and just like covers her eyes, and then looks around, and like the glass is all like glistening around, and just like it's great lighting for them. Just like it looks fantastic. But she really should take cover. So after just a moment and the thought of taking a selfie passes, she then dives to cover.
I love it. Awesome. What about the rest of you?
I'm pretty sure that I had a rocket launcher in one hand and a flamethrower in the other.
You do?
I don't think that the rocket launcher would be very good right now, but I will point my flamethrower at them and pull the trigger.
Awesome. So that's the action that you're preparing to do?
Mm-hmm.
Jacqueline, how do you respond?
I look at Fetch and I say, bunker. So Fetch will go hide underneath something. And I will get behind the person firing a flamethrower.
Nice.
I don't want to be in front of that. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? That's a pretty good call. And next up we have Hit Stun. How are you preparing?
I think Hit Stun immediately like tries train up to like look at the people, see how many there are, and I think almost instinctively stands sort of tall just to keep attention drawn on them instead of Snapperfish, who they were like right next to arguing with.
In Snapperfish, you see Hitstun kind of take a protective stance in front of you. What would you like to do?
I'm definitely gonna pull my pistol and then kind of shoulder behind Hitstun. Get behind. Get some support. Get some support. Behind Hitstun.
Awesome. And with that, we're gonna roll initiative. Let's get into it.
I don't see my initiative thing on the. How do you determine the bonus?
Initiative is going to be whatever you roll plus your dexterity modifier.
And does Fetch need a separate?
Fetch is going to go on your turn.
Okay. Oh yeah, bonus action. That's right.
I rolled a 16.
Rolled a 19.
Okay.
I rolled an equally good and valid 9.
I rolled a cool 14.
I rolled a much more sinister 20.
Yeah, that sounds about right for Hitstun.
I thought you were about to drink out of that.
What a power
Like,
play, drinking out of them.
what did you do during the break?
Yeah. This is just some nice coffee.
Hey, Jack, what did you say you got?
19.
19. Okay.
I'm also reading. I can do that every once in a while. That flamethrower, and I assume that the rocket launcher is. They're both two-handed weapons.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna say that I was not doing the cool one in each arm earlier, but I sure was trying to.
Alright, let me just get this initiative set up here. With hit stun going first at 20. The goons going oh no, it's jumping jack after that. So it's hit stun, jumping jack, goons. Then snapper fear at 16, followed by Jacqueline at 14. Vaji at 9. And the leader at 5. Okay, that should be everybody's. Okay, so hit stun, you're up. Now keep in mind they are on the level above you. There are stairs that get to there. I will say there are some crates on one side that you could probably climb up and jump onto the second level as well.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the crates.
Okay.
Yep. So
That will require a athletics check.
Could it be acrobatics? It can be athletics too. It's fine.
You know, I often find myself in the situation where I'm like, can it be acrobatics? And I've been told no numerous times, and it always hurts my heart. So I am going to make it an acrobatics check for you.
Beautiful. Because that makes this a 24.
So give us the visuals of what this looks like as you're like flipping over these boxes and stuff.
Yeah. So as a martial artist, his son's also really fast. Her speed is 55. Just so people know. I think,
and we should also explain that the base speed for people in the spy game is 25.
Yeah, I'm schmooving a little bit. So I think it is like the second the glass breaks, almost as if like she has done this a million times, she just takes off, and like you hear the sound, like her footsteps are light. Like years of combat have trained her in this way. So you hear like the sound of like her foot hitting the wood once, twice, and then you hear the sound of metal on the stairs.
I love it. So that's just you moving. You get in the face of one of these soldiers. They are wearing light plate carrier armor. So they just got like their bulletproof vest with the shoulder pads on. And they have a battle rifle. And the guy that you jump next to is just getting ready to swing it in your direction. What would you like to do with the rest of your turn?
I'm gonna make multiple attacks, hopefully.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna his first move, unarmed strike, which is just like I think a open palm hit. That was a 19 to hit.
You need a 16 to hit, so you are good.
Beautiful. There was like a half second of fear where I was like, oh no, maybe that wasn't enough. Okay, so for the damage on that, it was 9 damage, so not that much for the first hit. But one of the fun things I have as a martial artist who took Krav Maga as my subclass, target weak points. Whenever I hit a human enemy with a unarmed strike or melee weapon, I can impose the following effect. So till the end of their next turn, they are blinded.
Oh my god! So tell me what this strike looks like and how you're blinding them.
I think I just go right for like the nose and just like hit them right there, and just I have knocked completely like ruin their equilibrium for a second, and they just can't like get heads or tails of where is up or down.
Ooh, so you just straight up broke their nose.
Yes.
As soon as you hit, you just hear him yell, "Contact! Contact! Contact!"
How
Do you
many
get
other
enough-
people are up here?
There are four. Four other goons, guys dressed in the same armor as him, and then there's another guy dressed in like much more decked out armor.
I
And
think
he's kind of in the center, so you would have to get past one other person to get to him because he's right in the middle.
I'm gonna fight the other like goon at the same time as this guy. So I'm gonna
Okay.
go and hit him as well.
Okay, go ahead, roll your attack.
Okay, so that was a 27 to hit.
Oh, you just missed. No, of course. Go ahead, roll your damage.
Okay, that damage was 14.
God, that's worse than the last one.
It
All right.
is.
Cool. He buckles a bit. Do you get to give him a status ailment as well?
If it says every time I hit a human enemy, so I'm going to take that as rules is written and say yes. So I'm
And
going
you
to give him
dealt
the
19 to this guy?
incapacitated. Dealt 14.
14.
But I'm
Okay.
going to hit him with the incapacitated condition, which means he cannot take an action until the end of his turn. So I think I just straight up a chop to the throat.
He buckles to the ground, hacking and coughing.
I won't do flurry of blows yet. I'll save those.
Oh my god, you have more?
Yeah, I could throw 2 more punches if I wanted to. I'll choose peace and not.
Okay, that's gonna move us down to Jumping Jack. Jumping Jack, you just saw Hit Stun flip up some crates, land on the second floor landing, and just start going to town on 2 of them. You hear contact, 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 and you see 2 of them have been hit so hard that they are reeling, but the other 3 are now starting to train their guns on Hit Stun.
How feasible is it for me to I mean, I'm a gymnast, so it sounds pretty feasible to me that I could, with my flamethrower, acrobatics my way up to Hit Stun.
Yeah, if we're doing a weapon swap and then that, I will say that's not so bad that I would give you disadvantage on your acrobatics check, but that is enough for me to give you -2.
Okay, that's all right. I don't think that that's gonna affect anything. How does a 16 sound?
Total with the -2?
Mm-hmm.
All you needed to beat was 15.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so I am nip tucking and dip dive dodging my way up, and I'm gonna yell out now. Hit Son, can you duck real quick? And I'm gonna wait just the briefest of seconds
Sure.
before I open fire on their asses.
All right, so you've got all 5 targets. Oh, excuse me, in sight. You've got the 2 wounded soldiers in the middle of the behind them is the spec ops operator with the bigger armor, and then on his other flank are 2 other goons. Who are you aiming at?
I think I want to aim at the ones that have their sights on Hit Stun.
That's everybody currently,
Oh.
except the 2 that are
Okay.
just they're too out of it to aim.
Oh yeah, the 2 that are out of it, they'll be picked off by someone later.
All right. So with that, I'm gonna guess you're aiming at the spec ops operator because that is the first one that you would see that's training their gun on Hit Stun.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and do your thing.
Okay, does an 18 hit?
At 18, just hits this guy.
Jesus
Go
Christ.
ahead and do your thing. Yeah,
Okay,
he's the leader.
well, he's taken 9 points of fire flame straight to the forehead.
Woo! Now let me double check flamethrowers. I think there might be a dexterity save involved. Or if not, I think you might be able to hit all of them. I just need to double check.
I'm not mad about it.
You brought a flamethrower to a gunfight. I love it. Flamethrower. Yeah, it's got a range of 80 feet. It is spread. Yep. I think they're all gonna have to make saves. Oh boy.
This is terrifying.
Oh boy.
Y'all
Will I
are
have to say
unfortunately working with a very inexperienced little green spy that has some new toys. Sorry,
Alright,
don't ya?
They all have to make a save here.
Will I also have to save?
I believe you do.
Is it Dex?
Yes, it is Dex.
Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna go ahead and have them do their thing here.
I do want to say that there is, I want to say, an auto crit for Dare that came in.
Don't worry. I'm a martial artist doing a Dex-based saving throw.
Bless.
Do not worry. I will not take damage from this.
Bless.
Okay. Why am I like this?
This kid is either really good, or really bad.
All right, go ahead and roll your 1d10 fire damage.
Oh, so that was the 9 points of fire damage.
Oh, okay. Dope. You hit everybody. One.
I will say, was the saving throw higher than 24?
You're fine.
Yep. I have evasion as well, so I take no damage.
Yeah, it was 14.
This might be our new strategy.
Just leave me in a room full of explosives, and I'm pretty sure I'll walk out of it.
Yeah. Classic spy maneuver.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I'm just gonna look at my flamethrower and say, this is gonna be so much fun, as I probably look over my shoulder as the rest of the gang is approaching. That's it.
There's one other thing I need from you.
Oh, heck.
High or low?
I always go high.
Okay.
Oh, I don't like that.
One more time. High or low?
Is this a new roll? Or are you giving me... Okay, well...
You have to do this 4 times for me.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna go high.
Okay. So you with your flamethrower, and you see 2 of them catch on fire, and then you hear as their grenades have been ignited.
Oh, fucking nuts.
I am going to need hit stun to make me another dexterity save. I need these 2 to also make me a dexterity save as well.
I'm going to use my auto crit.
Yeah, that's
Good call.
good idea. Okay. So now there are 3 left. The big bulky armored guy kind of gets up reeling from this explosion. Two of the goons have dropped as they blew up. And that's gonna bring us over to Snapper. Snapper, it is your turn. You saw all this go down in a matter of seconds. Just kung fu, flamethrowers, and explosions. You are muted.
Oh. Yeah, I'm I'm getting some distance. I'm like I'm shuffling around, and with the pistol in this hand, like, hold up, because this isn't my specialty. I'm not a fighter. So I'm just pretty much trying to stay as close to hit stun as possible. So I'm just running towards hit stun, and then I'm gonna try and do the thing where I put my hand on hit stun's shoulder, put my arm over, and just take a pot shot at one of the goons.
So to get to hit stun, you're going to have to either go up the stairs, which would lead you closer to the spec ops individual, or you could try the crates. If you do the crates, you'll be right next to hit stun.
All right, let's do the
jumping jack.
All right, let's do the crates then.
All right, athletics or acrobatics?
Neither is good for me, but we're gonna, there's something that I always say, and and feel free to steal this whenever you play. Anyone watching, it looks like all the everyone's standing against you. I'm going with acrobatics, and I'm gonna say it's in the heart of the cards and roll.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So
do it.
That's gonna be 19
Yo.
plus 1, 20 plus 4, so 24.
Unbelievable.
I'm sorry to say this, but you cleared it. You cleared it a touch better than jumping jack did.
And I definitely did say the heart of the cards.
So you get up there, and while you're up there, you get a much better view of everything. I'm going to give you a free perception check.
Ooh, okay, let's do that.
All that DDR trained to acrobatics.
Yeah. You damn right it did. Okay, so that's going to be 19 for perception.
With a 19, while you're up here, you're like, heart of the cards, and you're ducking below hit stun. You're able to take a look at the spec ops individual. Now, you're not a soldier, you're not a fighting guy, but you are a computer guy. And you do notice that the spec ops individual is using a smart rifle. This is something that, if you felt inclined, you might be able to mess with a little bit.
Funny you should say that, because I'm feeling very inclined. Probably the most inclined I've ever felt in my life.
So with the info tech of 20, you have the following options. You can drop his magazine. They can just slide right out of the gun. You can jam the gun, or you could fire the gun.
Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna try and jam the gun. Infotech 20, which I think it'll be able to clear pretty easily. Oh, right. Yeah, so that's gonna be 28.
Oh, perfect. So tell me what this looks like. Do you pull out your laptop? Do you pull out a phone? Do you have like a smartwatch?
Oh yeah, I have a smartwatch with a easy hack tool, and I tap at it, and because I'm one of those weirdos who keeps the button sounds on the phone when you're in the train, you're like, yo, why do you have that on? We shouldn't hear you texting somebody. So it's making the zoom zoom, and so yeah, exactly. Immediately gets this dude's attention, and he thinks he has a clear shot on the nerd, but unfortunately, that gun is jammed up.
And he does not know this yet. That's the most important part. Love it. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No, I'll keep a high. I'll try and stick to my, perfect role as the tech guy and try and keep a lookout for any other things I might be able to mess with. Mostly looking at the tech on the enemies and seeing if there's anything I can mess with.
Okay. I'm gonna give you one last thing here, because if you can't tell, I love the hacker class. I am going to let your watch make a perception check, and it's only going to use your infotech bonus as its bonus for perception.
Okay, so no proficiency bonus, just the infotech bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. So that is going to be a 13. Hold on, info.
Mm-hmm.
Let me be 1,000% sure. Oh, sorry. That is a 16.
You need it to be 15. You do pick up 3 Wi-Fi, well, 3 signals approaching the area. And that is where we're going to end your turn. And now it is Jacqueline's turn.
I'm not even gonna risk trying to run up there. I don't want to get blown up, so I'm just gonna what was the gun that I have? I have a heavy pistol, so I'm just gonna take out my pistol and shoot I guess the big bad.
Heck yeah. Let's go for it. That's gonna be oh yeah, go ahead and roll your heavy pistol. It does 1d10 plus whatever your dex is piercing damage.
I'd like to can I change to use my auto crit after, or do I have one of those, or just a reroll?
I believe it was only Dare that got
Okay,
the
I'm gonna
auto
use my
crit.
reroll then, because that was a 4.
Gotcha.
And that was a 5. Yay! I don't. Okay, but I have 2 attacks, so I'm gonna try again.
Mm-hmm. And so you popped off the first shot.
That was a 3.
Okay.
This
So
dice is going across the room.
yeah, send it to. Listen, that's why I have my casket carrier for dice that are dead to me. So you buck 2 shots.
Yeah. I'm
and
not
they-
like, because they already exploded, so I'm just kind of like, oh, they got it, and I'm just like, oh, look at me helping.
just lazy shots.
Yeah.
They hit into the armor, not doing any damage, but they did get hit by them. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
I'd like to move behind some sort of cover so I don't get shot back at. And Fetch will stay where she is.
Okay, so okie dokie. So Fetch is just walking with you and just staying put until, but you could tell, ready whenever you say the word. Love
Yeah. As soon as they get close.
it. And with that, we'll move over to Vaji. Vaji, you see all this going down. What do you do?
We were in the middle of a conversation, and I think this is extremely rude of them. Vaji like takes stock of the pistol and whatnot, looks over cover and kind of counts how many people are there.
Mhm.
Okay, fine. Vaji says, you know, for anyone who does this kind of disservice, this disrespect to us, we would, and then a grenade goes off and you just see like Vaji's like mouth continue to like go for a little bit. And then we would, and a second explosion goes off, just like censoring that. And then Vaji finishes, and then we put one in vinegar and I drink it with my dumplings. And the second one we mail to your family. And that's just when I work for Spirit Airlines. My family can do significantly worse to you. So I'm gonna use Charm Offensive here. They need to make a
Heck
Wisdom
yeah.
save, and the DC is 8 plus 4, 12 plus 5, 17.
Woo! All right, so let's go ahead and explain Charm. It's offensive, so folks know exactly what you're doing to them.
Yeah, so Charm.
Okay.
Go for it. I would love to. My ability, Charm Offensive, is faces. When you are against enemies, you can just talk to them and try to pacify them. They have to make a save. If they fail, they immediately gain the incapacitated condition and drop whatever weapons they're carrying. If they outnumber you, they get advantage, but that's not the case here.
Yeah, and so with that, you see the 2 remaining goons look at each other, and they drop. I swear to God, I rolled a 6 and a 7 for them. But the Spec Ops enforcer still has their gun trained on hit stun. Is there
All right.
anything else you would like to do?
Vaji just kind of like winks at them and says, "There we go. Just play nice." And then just like slowly slings back into cover. I'm done my turn.
And now it's the Spec Ops. It's the Spec Ops enforcer's turn. And he sees that his men have given up. Sees the situation he's in. Lowers the gun. Takes off the mask. You see a pale, aging, red-headed grizzled soldier with a white in his long red beard and piercing blue eyes, and he goes, "All right. So that looks to be the end of it then. So what? You gonna kill me and my men? And you two, I can't believe you've given up like this." And one of them goes, "You didn't tell us who we'd be hitting. Do you know who that is?" "I know who that is. And it's all bluff. I don't think he's got the pull that he says he does."
What's your story here? Why are you? Who sent you?
We work for the Umad Agency. We make sure that international threats are dealt with before they become a problem. You're currently working for a sect that's been trying to get its hands on Lazarus 2.0 for some time. We're the reason they don't have it yet.
2.0?
Lazarus 2.0, yeah.
I imagine at some point something of yours has been compromised to make you work for these individuals. I need to tell you right now, Umad does not care about your family. We do not care about your friends, or whatever it is they have over you. We can't let you go through with this.
I think I speak for all of us when I say we're going to need more details than that. You know what? We're kind of on a timetable here. I'd offer you something to eat, but if we could pick this up a little bit.
You've won the battle, my friend, but you've not won the war. Umad will just send more and more until we stop you.
I think you've mischaracterized us as these people who are willingly complicit in this idea of this Lazarus nonsense, to be quite honest. We are simply looking out in our best interests. We have a mission. We are going to complete it. You are in the way. However, if there's something else going on here, if there's something that we should know that would affect it and potentially align our goals, now is the time to say it. What I'm saying is, you looking for a new job?
I have a job, thank you very much, and I am loyal to it. You all don't even realize how deep in the shit you are, do you?
Clearly, we keep saying, give us more information if you have anything to help.
The Lazarus Project, or the Lazarus Protocol, was a creation of the CIA, a way to automate the process of turncoats working for the state. You see, we're able to one fell swoop erase their identity, set them on a new life. A program like this, you've let our enemies know that they have safe haven if they turn and work for us. The worst of the worst have been granted access to the Lazarus Protocol. The world's best assassins, soldiers, warlords, war chiefs, that sort of thing. And by erasing their identities, we give them a new start, but we're always able to keep track of them with the Fallen Saints protocol that follows the Lazarus. That way, if they decide that they want to go back to their old life, we're still able to find them wherever they might hide, whatever rock they might hide under, whatever shadow they might return to, and then deal with them accordingly. Now, if this were to fall into the hands of some private entity, the names that we've already collected using the Lazarus Protocol, they could begin to build an army of the most effective killers in the world. And that's what you're on your way to hand over, and we can't allow it.
See, I have to laugh. That's so funny that you think that we would hand over this kind of tech. Look. We are in this for our interests. And Vaji looks to everyone and like nods at them. This technology, no one organization could have that much control over people. Not spies, not assassins, not anyone. I think I won't speak on everyone's behalf, but I will say that this project, as far as I'm concerned, is in the dirt. This is not something that I plan on letting exist for another day if I can help it.
Well, you can't help it. That's the problem. It's already been created, and when something is made, it's out in the world. I'd rather it be in the hands of the country I trust, rather than some businessman with their own ends.
I think I'm done with this conversation. Team?
Yeah. Unless there's a way to destroy it, I don't really know what to do.
I'm
Well-
going to hold my flamethrower menacingly in the back.
I'm gonna try and essentially do what I would call as a brain blast as I try and figure out a way to destroy this tech from the inside out.
Ooh. Okay. I will trying to figure out how to destroy the Lazarus Protocol version 1, version 2, and the Fallen Saint Protocol. I will say that this is the definitive DC-30
Okay.
infotech role.
Would an auto crit plus whatever your thing is, would that hit
Damn.
it, Iffy?
Yeah, I mean, if we have an auto
No
crit,
You
way!
do,
You have an
dude.
autocrit?
You do.
Oh, then I'm just gonna put this thing
We
down.
win.
I'll just go ahead and put this thing down, and I'm gonna go ahead and use that auto crit and blow it up.
Oh my God.
As one says.
This is amazing.
So, you have devised a way to destroy the Lazarus Protocol version 1 and version 2, as well as the Fallen Saints Protocol. But the problem is twofold. One, you have to put in, I'm going to say that you created a virus, if that's okay with you.
Oh yeah.
You have to put the virus into the server directly, so you still need to go to the ICB. The other problem is that once the Lazarus and the Fallen Saints protocol have been activated, it will destroy the program, but it will bring all those identities back to life for everyone. And because you have access to the Lazarus protocol, that means that your identities will be public domain.
For me personally, Jacqueline Jack, who goes by Jumping Jack, not super worried about this. Y'all, on the other hand, maybe that might be a little more threatening.
So the question first is, Snapperfish, you put it together. Like, you're hearing all this, you're like, oh, I know how to break that. Do you tell them the cost? Do you tell them that your identities will be public domain if we do this?
Yeah, I basically, turn to Narcissum and say, I mean, what would you be willing to give up to get rid of this program?
Every revolution comes at a cost, and I pay it willingly.
Well, the cost of this revolution is revealing all of our identities and basically blowing up everything we've built, starting over from scratch, and essentially we'd all probably have to go on the run. It'd be known who we are, but we'd also know who all our enemies are. And to be honest, for some of us, we'd probably be low enough on the totem pole that much wouldn't change right away, but I don't think it would take too much work to figure out who did it. So, I'm not saying we have to make that decision now, but as we proceed forward, just know that's what we're looking to do. And I take the thumb drive that I created this virus on, and I hand it to Narcissa and goes, "It's in your hands now."
And it's right at that time where your device chimes that those 3 signals are now overhead, and you hear the of a helicopter. Vaji, at the same time, you get a text message saying escort incoming.
Snapperfish. And Vaji just like puts a hand on your shoulder and just like squeezes. And then looks at everyone else and says, our Uber's here. We should get going. Is that what it's called? It's Uber? It's called a grab over in Thailand. You grab a grab. It's way better branding, to be quite honest. Sorry, let's continue.
You see the Spec Ops enforcer who goes, "You can't destroy it. It can't fall into the wrong hands, but it doesn't mean it can't exist." And he gets ready to reach for a weapon. How would you like to resolve this? I'm gonna say no roles involved with this. This is just a cool story beat moment where if somebody wants to knock him out or something, this is where you shine.
I want to yell out, "Bless your heart. Now, you think that I won't blow you to pieces like I did your other 2 little friends over there? Do you like being alive, or do you want to be burnt to a crisp?"
He's just pointing the gun at you, hands shaking, because he knows you'll do it, and now we're just at a standoff.
I'm walking forward, my flamethrower pointed on him.
I've got to believe. I've got to believe it's something. And I can't let you take this. We need this program.
Is it just me and this man? There's none of my friends are in front of me?
Yeah, none of your friends are in front of you. The
Okay,
helicopter
pull the
sound
trigger.
is getting...
Bam.
And like that, you just hear "Ah!" as this guy is burnt up. The helicopter sounds are getting much closer. The bay doors open. You see the escort, and you see 2 shiny motorcycles as well. So, you all have options. You can hop in the escort, or if you have your own motorcycle, you can hop on the bike and follow the escort. But you are being chased by helicopters.
Yeah, Narcissum's definitely going to do up a couple more buttons on the shirt because, like, I guess I'm Mr. Hong now. Slide on the second skin, completely different person. Kind of like
the mask from Mission Impossible.
Yeah. So the mask comes off. So Narcissus' face comes off, and underneath is the second skin because Narcissus underneath that is the 3rd layer. So now Mr. Hong is here, ready to sit inside this escort. Mr. Hong is an East Asian man who is in his early 20s, but looks like he has been drinking and smoking so much he could be like 60 years old. Like that kind of like weirdness went way too hard. Nepotism, it's all good.
All right. So now the question is, what vehicles are everyone hopping in? The sedan that has the escort, or the motorcycles?
I'm going to be on my motorcycle. It's a street bike.
Yeah, same here. I'm on my motorcycle.
Okay.
Can I catch a ride with one of y'all? My boat is kind of in the harbor, and we're not necessarily right by that harbor. I still do want to get away.
Are you hopping on the back of a motorcycle or in the car?
I don't want to be in the car. I don't think that I can be of any help to any of that conversation.
Yeah, you can ride on the back of my bike. It's fine.
Yeah.
There's a chance I could always jump off depending on how hairy things get. So
I think I'm gonna go with him then. Snapperfish, you're not gonna jump off your bike now, right?
No, I just paid this thing off. I need it in one piece, so it's staying.
All right. And how about you, Jacqueline? You riding with somebody, or you getting in the car?
I'm getting in a car with Fetch because I don't think we would do well on a motorcycle.
Awesome. So, just so I have this right in my head, it's Vaji, Jacqueline, in the car, Snapperfish on a motorcycle with Jumping Jack on the back, and Hit Stud has her very own motorcycle. Okay, well, here we go. As soon as you all come driving out of the building, you see a helicopter and a drone following closely behind you. The drone opens up, and there's like a little gun that comes out of the bottom and immediately starts firing at all of you. Now, Mr. Zhao made sure that you got a nice escort. So a couple of bullets hit, and you look up and you realize, oh, bulletproof. Cool. What would all of you like to do in response to seeing this all happen?
If I'm on the motorcycle, I'm just gonna hold on tighter and close my eyes.
My question to you is, do you still have your rocket launcher with you?
Could I conceivably have it fit in between my stomach and his back while
So
I'm
you can
holding on?
You can have it strapped to your back,
Yeah, of course.
like a guitar case.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the rocket launcher, like you suggested, over the flamethrower. I don't want to like overplay the flamethrower. You know, I've killed enough people with that. It's time to kill somebody else with a new weapon.
Yeah, you don't want to like just like it's the old stuff, right? You want to like have a new hit.
Yeah, new and shiny.
All right, and so the chase is taking you onto a highway. There's been a couple of shots, and you've all bobbed and weaved, and now a black Mercedes with black tinted windows begins to join the chase, and you see one of the windows rolls down, and somebody starts firing an Uzi at all of you. I am going to roll this attack. Okay, so does a 13 hit anybody on the motorcycles?
No.
no.
And so you just hear the sounds of as bullets come by and you're whizzing through traffic. This is where we're going to enter like our cinematic skill challenge. Okay? So we're going to resolve this with just cool skills just to see how we're going to get through this. We're going to start with you, Vaji. Vaji, you're in the car, kind of relaxing. You're having a good time. This is a nice luxury vehicle. It's bulletproof. Everything seems to be going fine. You've got a professional driver who's kind of weaving you through. And up ahead, you see the escort for the ICB deposit up ahead. And you see your friends kind of weaving out of gunfire behind you. So what would you like to do?
Well, it sounds to me like this whole like firing at vehicles is really bad news for anyone being fired at, especially if you had the backing of the ICB with you. Driver, oh sorry, a Hong voice. Driver, yo, can you like proceed? Can you just like get up to like that car right up there? And I think just like strengthen numbers, right? Like gazelles. Like, ooh, we could do like a good like gazelle game. Like you have a gazelle coins, like that could be like its own like crypto thing. Anyways, yeah, just like. Can you just like step on it a little bit?
Oh, of course, sir. Of course. He hits the gas, and you see he falls in formation with the ICB escort. And that's when his phone chimes. Ching. And you hear over the line, This is the security director for ICB. I see that your vehicle has joined our formation. I would ask that you back away unless you have reason for joining us.
Yeah, I'll take that call. Don't worry about that. I got this. You just focus on the road like a good what's the name of the person who drives the thing? A chaffer? Yeah, do that.
So this voice is on the line, and what do you say to him?
Yeah, I have the best. Do you know who I am? I'm Mr. Hong. So have you ever heard of like this game called like Candy Crash? I do like all that good stuff. Everyone loves it. Your mom probably plays it, to be quite honest. Anyways, do I have reason? 100% I have reason. But to get in that reason, you gotta have to know like the history of the organization.
So
And
you
then I'm
have
gonna-
5 seconds to explain yourself before we deal with this situation.
You know what? I don't think I could explain the entire history of my prestigious company in 5 seconds. You might have to actually deal with what do you call people who are shooting at you? Yeah, that might have to be dealt with. I mean, for both of our sakes, to be quite honest.
Roll me a persuasion. Nope. Well, it's not a deception. You're not lying.
That's
Roll
the
me a
best part of my
persuasion
character.
check.
I can do whatever I want. Let's do some
You're
persuasion.
not lying. So go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
Did I already use my reroll? I rolled a 3. I think I already used my reroll.
I think you did. Did we get another one? Because we all started with.
I think
one.
there's one that is like floating. There's 2 that are floating, I think.
If there are 2 that are floating, then go ahead. You go ahead and use a reroll.
It's yours.
Yeah, okay. As long as Jess is cool with it, then we do it. That is a 26.
Please hold.
This is my
you
life now, just on hold on calls.
You see one of the SUVs that's taking part in escorting the money truck slow down a bit, and so you see your car pass by as it slows down. In the motorcycles, you see the SUV pass. You pass by the SUV as it slows down as well, and then you see the roof of the SUV open up, and a guy rises out in a minigun. It just starts to look up and let's see.
Bankers, right?
He shoots, aiming at the drone, but unfortunately, the drone does whiz by a lot of the fire. The small minigun on the drone recedes inside, and 2 racks appear where the minigun was, and fires in return.
Oh no.
Jeez, what is wrong with me? 2 missiles come out of the drone, and you see the guy on the minigun cover up. The SUV is still moving, and he's fine. There's a flat on the SUV, but in a matter of seconds, it refills with these never flat tires, and he continues to shoot. That's gonna move us over to Jacqueline, because you're also in the car. You see all this happening. What would you like to do?
Okay. I will try and help with the drone. I have to kind of, impress everybody. I messed everything up earlier, so I'll take 2 attacks with my heavy pistol at the drone.
Cool.
I'm just trying to hit any part of it because I don't know anything about it. So I'm just like, maybe if I shoot it, it'll blow up. Well, one of them is a nat 1.
Okay.
And then one of them was a 18.
The 18 will hit.
Oh,
Go
thank
ahead.
God. Did you see that? Did you see what I did?
You're doing great, sweetie.
Oh my God, I rolled a 1 on my damage.
Okay. And so you see something starts to leak out of the helicopter. The helicopter's still flying, but you hit something. This is going to bring us over to our first bike. So Snapperfish, you see all this happening. You're dodging bullets. What would you like to do next? Snapperfish, you are up. What would you like to do?
Oh, sorry, my bad.
No worries.
Yeah, no. Your boy is just out here, and I would like to. This is gonna be, it as a rogue would often ask if they can hide. I would like to ask, is there any tech at nearby?
You are sure that you could probably this is an advanced helicopter. This is an advanced drone. You could probably make something happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and take over that drone. Let's go ahead and see if I can get that drone.
All right, go ahead and roll me an infotech check of 22.
Oh, that's a corner. Sorry. All right, that is going to be 21.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this does have an advanced computer security system.
Mm-hmm.
You are able to access it, but you do not have any permissions. So you're in the system, but you can't quite do anything.
Is there any information that would be good to anyone else to relay based on battery life, the functions?
You're able to look at its inventory. It did use its only 2 missiles already. It's got about 500 rounds left. And you're able to access its targeting system, and its current priority target is the SUV. It's run a scan on the SUV, and so you're able to see what systems the SUV has as well. The SUV is a military-grade ballistic-proof vehicle. It is capable of withstanding explosions up to C4 level detonations. It does have never flat tires, reinforced windows, and the SUV does have access to its own drone as well.
Okay, I relay all this information to everyone else.
So now we are gonna go over to the next bike, which is hit stun.
Yeah. Are there any windows on the SUV that are currently open or rolled down?
Of the one with the minigun, or the Mercedes that's chasing you?
I think the minigun would probably be more useful.
Then yes, the roof is open.
Okay. So I don't know if this is within the realm of possibility, but I would like to get as close as I can and jump in. I assume once I'm in close quarters with them in a car, it's fine. I got it. Easy.
Yeah, this is going to be an acrobatics check of 18.
Okay.
Basically, you're just revving up, going after the SUV, hitting the brakes so it launches you and flipping into the SUV.
Okay. So, that is what's 9 plus 16? 25. There we go.
It's enough is what it is. So you get into the SUV.
Yeah, I think I pretty much do exactly as described and land in the SUV. How many people are in here?
There are 3 people. This is just a cinematic beat, so just tell me how you knock them out, or what you do while you're in there.
I think you get a shot of me landing in, looking to the left and the right. Hi, and then you just you cut to one of the doors opening and people flying out.
Yes. Okay, so are you knocking the driver out as well?
I think I'm just gonna put a gun out, to the back of the driver's head, from behind the seat. Keep driving. I'll tell you when to change.
Awesome. So now you have access to a minigun.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're going to be hopping on that pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that brings us to Jumping Jack. I've got two Jacquelines. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Jumping Jack, what are you doing?
I just want to say that there is a fan of Snapperfish. It's actually Snapperfish super fan. If you want to remain anonymous, you can DM me what you want the NPC name to be. Otherwise, name yourself. It says that Snapperfish guy is very hot and funny in the donation.
Wow.
Thank you so much
Wow.
for
So
your
nice to
dono.
say.
Yeah,
wonder
shout
who
out,
that-
shout out to whoever did that. Thanks. I'm having a good time. Thanks for watching. Wow.
With all that being said, is there just an SUV that is shooting at us, or is the helicopter also?
The
bad?
helicopter is shooting at you as well. The drone has paw shooting for you for some unknown reason, and the car chasing you is also shooting.
Okay, I imagine that I saw Hitstun jump into the other SUV, so I'm not going to shoot at that one. But I assume that when Snapperfish was doing his thing, and trying to shut shit down, that maybe we were pulled over. During that time, I'm just going to take the rocket launcher and kaboom up at the helicopter.
Okie dokie, go ahead and roll me your attack. Let me find what you need to hit. You are aiming at a helicopter. That is going to be an AC of 18 is all you need to hit.
Oh, okay. Well. And what would I add to
Dexterity.
dexterity? Okay.
And there's
Ugh.
one leaking if you want to aim at one that's leaking something already.
Ooh,
So I can
yeah.
be helpful.
Okay,
That's
so first roll is a 15, but I'm gonna use my re-roll. Okay, that did not work. So there's just a rocket that zoop, right past this helicopter. I'll get him on the next one once I can reload.
Well, we're not done yet. High or low?
High.
So, your rocket missed. But if you've seen rockets, they have a little afterburner on them, right? And you missed the helicopter, but the fire from your rocket ignites the liquid.
Fuck yeah.
It goes spinning out of the air. Now, problem is, it is heading directly towards all of your vehicles. So, the only ones driving are Snapperfish and Hitstun. You're in a freaking tank. So Snapperfish, I am going to need a dexterity check
Got
from
it.
you. DC 12. Hitstun, I'm going to need a reflex save from you, DC 15. Car dog! Ah!
13 for me.
Okay, so you, as soon as the rocket goes off, you spin the motorcycle, rev, go so fast you do a wheelie for a second, and there's just a fireball right on your rear tires, and you're just able to outpace the explosion. Hitstun, what did you get on your reflex save?
Are you on mute?
I muted. My apologies.
No worries.
I super missed rolling that. My bad. Well, it's fine. Anyway, that's a 25.
You're able to kick one of the pedals on this minigun. The minigun drops back into the car, and the roof comes back up, and you can hear, just seconds after you do that, as the helicopter crashes down on the car. The car sinks into the ground like a little crater is made. But other than that, everybody inside the car is fine, and you hear the driver go, "Oh, thank God, thank God!"
See, I told you you weren't gonna get hurt. And I think at that, I just like one hit across the jaw, knocking him out.
All right, so you knock him out. The ICB escort sees all this and they're hauling ass away. But Hitstun does have an ICB car, and it is still functional. So you can either try to continue with the escort, or you could all regroup with Hitstun. The choice is yours.
Well, the next beat of this is we need to get to that lab,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
So I feel like regrouping and like taking this one car, because like right now we got a bunch of
This
people
car
who
also
like
has a minigun, so it's a good car to take.
yeah, I like
Yeah.
that one. I also don't like these like random people who are like driving our cars and don't know what's going on. We could
Yeah.
probably get rid of those people.
All right, and so you give the instructions for them to let you all out. You all file into this SUV, and you make your way to the ICB. Inside the van, you all do hear ICB V112. I see that you're back en route. When's your ETA to make it to headquarters?
Me? I
Yeah.
can take this. Yeah, okay, take this one. Right now, I was told to make a change immediately.
I see. Oh, we'll await your arrival.
Roger
And-
that.
And with that, you just continue on a calm, quiet ride to the ICB. You get to the secret lab entrance, which is already in the GPS. And there is the gate that would be keeping you out. The reason that you're all here. And you stop, and the gate opens up. And you all park inside. Inside of this vehicle, you do notice there are a few spare uniforms as well. Now, if you like to try infiltration, you can do it that way, or if you just like to kick the ass of everybody that's here, that's an option too. But you know where the server room is, and you have the means to get there.
So as we're kind of pulling up, Faji kind of like, rolls up like the screen to where like the driver would be, and so they have some privacy here. And Faji looks to the group. Conan Narcissa says, with the USB in hand, we're gonna have to make a choice at some point here, and this is a big one. I've already made mine, but you all are impressive agents, and you have my respect. So whatever you have to say, say it now.
I hold up my hand and whisper, "Even me?"
I have never seen another elite agent immolated with little hesitation. Not only do you have my respect, you have my absolute fear. You're terrifying. I never want to be on your team again, and I mean that with the utmost respect.
That's fucking right. I say we destroy it.
Me and the wife will move. We'll move again. It's nothing we haven't dealt with before.
Yeah. Yeah, I can have an arcade anywhere. So yeah, I let's cook it.
The moving prices are going to be a pain for you, though.
Yeah, let's not talk about that part.
Keep a close eye on your shipments.
Yeah.
If accommodations are the problem, have any of you been to Southeast Asia? I have an island.
I don't know if Spirit flies out that way. Maybe I can upgrade to a different airline.
I
Yes,
promise you,
please.
they do not fly out that way.
So are we choosing the quiet option?
Yeah.
I'm willing to
We
go
can.
quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
put on the start putting the disguise on.
This will be another group challenge check.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna set the group challenge to, there are 5 of you, to DC 40. meaning that you have a choice: deception or stealth. Your total as a group has to equal out to 40 in order for the group to succeed.
Okay.
Now, deception is my wheelhouse, but this has got to be all of us, so maybe not.
Yep.
Oh, we get to choose. Is that what's going on?
Do we
You
each
get to
choose for
Yeah.
ourselves?
Each get to choose.
Oh, okay. Well, I rolled a
Okay.
23. So...
Okay. Jeez.
Fuck.
Um,
29.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Well, there,
19.
we're already there.
I'm at
I should have made
23
it
as
hard.
well.
I got a
Holy
19.
smokes.
Yo, let's make this place look like fucking clowns. You know what I mean?
So through a mix of deception and just being quiet and unnoticeable, you're able to make your way all the way into the server room, where you see a figure in a black trench coat, an eye patch, slick back gray hair, and a goatee. And the door closes behind all of you. My name is General J. Washington. You know, the purpose of this was to be able to have deniability when we acquired Lazarus Protocol 2.0, but I couldn't help but overhear in your comms that the reason that you're going to do this mission is to destroy the Lazarus Project, and I can't let that happen. I can't. So, I am not so stupid as to believe that there is any chance that I could kill this group. I did too good of a job recruiting all of you, it would seem. But I can make your success better. In fact, and he throws a joystick at the feet of Snapperfish. I've already started. Turn away. Now. Or if I don't give the order in the next 15 minutes, a number of contingencies will occur. Contingencies that you will not enjoy. What would you like to do?
$15 is so much time to kick an ass.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah. I was like, someone here's got to have some sort of voice match technology. We're fine.
Very well. Then do with me what you will, but you may want to check the door. And you start to hear footsteps marching towards the door.
Jack, that's you.
Do y'all think that inside isn't too dangerous for a rocket launcher? Cause I'll do it. I mean, this has been a lot of fun. I feel like I've really leveled up. But I mean, if you insist, if no one's gonna stop me,
14 minutes.
Have any idea the number of the systems attached to this one? You want to knock out the power grid of a small island and did you shoot the rocket launcher?
Attaboy.
Did she do it?
yeah, they did.
I love them.
You blow the doors off the hinges and send them flying into a group of armed men. There's still more armed men coming. They're trying to flood the place before Snapperfish has a chance to put in this virus. How would you all like to buy Snapperfish time?
There's people, and I have arms.
Yes!
Yeah, I'm just gonna straight up like meet them in the hallway, And not to just rip old boy wholesale, but I think I just like grab like something near me and just stare them down.
I think you
So-
should rip old boy wholesale. I think that's like a valid thing to do.
Would anybody like to help hit stun as they're going to try and single-handedly hold off a small army to buy snapperfish time?
Oh my god. What can I do to help? Can I help? I don't know if I can help you.
All
Well,
right,
you
are a
might
good
be the
shot?
solution to a different problem.
That's true. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I'll catch
So-
anyone that gets through.
Oh, so are you shooting?
I'll wait by the door for anyone that tries to come into the room, because I don't want to get blown up.
Heck yes. All right, so just before the sake of time, because we're almost at time, we just see hit stun rocking dudes left and right, and anybody that manages to kind of scrape by hit stun is immediately dealing with Jacqueline and Fetch as they're just tearing over the leftovers. General Washington is on the ground and he goes, "You don't understand that you will be changing the power dynamics of the entire world if you do this."
The power
Sounds like
dynamic-
fun.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Let's do that.
I think you're talking to the wrong people right now. They didn't stop me from shooting off that rocket launcher. Like, come on, read the room.
Vaji
Okay.
Vaji leans down to General Washington here, places a hand on his cheek and says, "Your power was gained through the death and suffering of so many people before you, people whose names you don't even know. You've never seen their faces. Your power was ill-gotten and never deserved, and you abused it.
The
You die-
weak were meant to serve the strong.
Goodbye, General." And Vaji gives him the kiss of death and then puts a bullet between his eyes.
As soon as the cold body hits the floor, you hear, General, the time has passed. Do we give the order?"
Snapper, can you hack me a voice mod? I need something. I can probably pick up the general's things, but I need the actual tech to do it. I gotta sell it. You can just like scramble it or anything like that. That's gotta be believable, and I need 10 seconds to do it. You got 10 seconds, that's it.
The sound of fighting is getting intense outside. Hit Stun is doing a good job, but there are a lot of people. You running out of time. What do you do?
Wait,
Now, here's what I will say for you, Snapperfish. You've got a choice. You can choose to help Vaji, but if you do, when you put in the virus, you don't give yourself time to respond to any fail-safes there might be. Or you could help, or you could just dedicate your time to the virus and shut down any fail-safes. The choice is yours.
I'm gonna just dedicate my. I'm gonna make sure this goes off, because if anything happens, it's not gonna happen in vain, and I'm there.
So Vaji, you see, you're calling out for Snapperfish, but Snapperfish is locked in on making sure this virus goes. And you're hearing, General, if I don't get the word from you in the next 5 seconds, I will give the command as instructed.
Vaji watches Snapperfish do what's right, the right decision. And Vaji looks to the comm, and I'm gonna charm offensive. No, I can't even attack them. I can't even use it. Vaji
Yeah.
Vaji says into the comms,
Mm-hmm.
"You have no idea what you're destroying. The beauty of what is there in your hands, you will take it away from all of us. Do what you have to do. The general's dead, but art should be respected."
I am going to give you a persuasion check, DC 35, which is obnoxiously high, to see if that was able to change his mind.
The best I can do is +9.
Do you have an
29
autocrit?
is the best I can do. I don't have an auto crit. We have nothing left in the tank, y'all.
I will
Like-
make it a DC 39. You have to roll a 20 or else the consequences of your actions will play a chance. But I do want to give you a chance to maybe
I'm helping.
make this happen.
If we all hold hands, will the power of friendship let that happen?
I rolled a 15. It was a shot in the dark, y'all.
And you know what? It was a slim chance, but I needed to give it to you.
You had to. I appreciate it.
You just hear on the other line. Everything has a cost. And with that, Snapperfish, you're able to hit the final keystroke. The virus goes through, and you immediately see the results. You are able to identify every single person that has used the Lazarus protocol. And it's a number of war criminals. It's a number of just the worst of the worst. Not only that, but it exposed to light a number of accounts of hidden and dark money. There is a failsafe that you get to choose if it goes off. This was something that was made with spite. This was about power and control. A number of emails, a number of bank accounts that tracked dirty money, lobbyists, all manners of corruption all over the world are now at your disposal to bring into the light. With one button press, you can expose every dirty politician, every dirty lobbyist, every hidden account, and all of it. It all comes to light with proof.
So, knowing historically that, information still doesn't cause change, still breeds excuses. Instead of exposing these people, I reroute the funds into organizations and to people who are actually going to do something about it, instead of using this information to parade it in front of people who will do nothing.
And so, we'll do a short little epilogue. You all changed the balance of power in the world. Rich folks are afraid. You have gathered the name of every puppeteer whose hands have been making the people in power dance, and you have directly placed your finger on the scale, enforcing a balance that has been desperately needed. Unfortunately, this has come at quite a personal cost to all of you, as you find that the general did come through with their threats to everyone.
Oh my god, my knees.
Except you, Jumping Jack. You're fine. And the world slowly starts to change, little by little. Like you thought, Snapperfish, for the things that came out to light, the same excuses, the same talking points, the same spin happens. But now, you have their names. And I'd imagine that you all might be a little angry. And while this started with them knowing what you love the most, now you know what the people in the dark love the most. And who's to say what happens to these agents of chaos tomorrow? But I'd like to imagine that it comes with a nice helping of some justice and vengeance. I think that's where we're going to end our story for today. I'm sorry we ran a little over time, but I do hope that y'all had fun. It's a little bit of a bittersweet ending, so sorry. But that's been us for today. So I think I'm just going to toss it on over to Jess. Let you land this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, that was amazing. Holy shit. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you to all 5 of you for coming on and spending your Sunday doing this. This was amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Noir, thank you for putting on such an amazing game. Why don't we go around and tell the people who we are and where they can find us? And let's start with Noir.
Hi, everybody. I'm Noir. You can find me all over the internet as the Noir Enigma. That's Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Every Monday, you can find me over on Cryptic Studios, where we do our Star Trek RPG, Clear Skies. Every Friday night, you can find me over on Gen Con TV, where I host table takes with a few friends. And of course, every Saturday morning, me and my partner do Morning Ritual, where we interview everyone from the TTRPG space. Yesterday was our 100th episode, so if you check the VOD, you will see me crying like a baby as we go over some of the best of. We talked to some really amazing people, and they spread some really good information. I highly recommend it. But that's me.
All right, let's have Iffy go next.
Yes. If you Way. You can go to If You Way, Twitter, Instagram. Keep up with everything I'm doing, and stay tuned. Working on a bunch of cool things, and I'll talk about them when I can.
Hell yeah. Wowzers?
Hi, I'm Wowzers. The easiest place to find me is just go to my Twitter, spelled VVOWZERZ. Check out my pinned tweet, and everything's wrapped up nicely for you there.
Thank you. Steve?
Hey everyone, my name's Steve Wen. I'm one of the co-hosts on the podcast Asians Represent, where we talk about Asian representation in media and tabletop RPGs and all that good stuff here. You can follow me on Twitter at DEEMSteve. That's DMC phonetically. It stands for slide in my DMs and talk to me about how Ocean's 13, by focusing on female voices, was automatically set up to fail because it was couched within Ocean's 11, which was absolutely a misogynistic view of the spy genre. Yeah, I'll open myself to that. Yeah, talk to me about that. That'll be fun for me. And not heavy at all.
Awesome. And Dare?
Hi, I'm Dare, pronouns she, they, they. I am a resident trans femme disaster in the tabletop space. You can find me pretty much anywhere at Dare to Dream RPG. That is DARE, the number 2, DREAM RPG. Currently, you can find me arguing on TikTok about Steven Universe and tweeting about Glee, because I'm in a fun place. These shows have interesting things to say and they're not perfect. Anyway, that's enough from me.
What's
Hell
the word
yeah.
for someone who just enjoys the pain?
Oh,
for no reason
Masochist.
whatsoever. Is that what that is?
I love catharsis media. My comfort movie is End of Evangelion. I'm a monster.
Dude,
Comfort. Okay.
Are you-
Whew. Whew. Hello, friends. My name is Jess. You can find me on places on the internet at Jess the Human. That's Jess with one S. My pronouns are they, them, theirs. And again, I want to thank this amazing cast, as well as the other 4 casts that came before us. Over this weekend, we raised $2,120 for March of Dimes, which is the mission equivalency of funding 28 hours of innovative prematurity research. I cannot say thank you enough. We truly appreciate your support and the retweets and the donations and being in here and watching us having these amazing shows. So thank you so much. I do monthly TTRPG charity streams, so check Twitter soon for the one coming in May. Anyway, with that being said, thank y'all so much. Stick around. We are going to be raiding into Commune DM. They are also playing some TTRPGs. And I don't know, be kind, wash hands, say hello to someone you love. Bye.